Hi, and welcome to Straight Shot Radio. My name is Johnny Slick, and I'm the founder and head coach at Straight Shot Training, a personal training company dedicated to helping people of all fitness levels move better, feel better, and live better with progressive, functional strength and conditioning workouts. Kill negativity, make advancements. It's a fitness and lifestyle brand with a powerful message of overcoming adversity with militant positivity. It's with this mindset that KNMA founder Kwame Asante hopes to elicit a positive change in the clients that he coaches, the individuals who wear his clothing line, the members of his community, and eventually people across the globe as he grows his brand. Just like Straight Shot, Kwame is a member of SL Studio, where we both train our clients and operate our businesses. In this episode, you'll learn about how Kwame's injuries early on in his athletic career led him down this path of choosing positivity over negativity, and how he's developed his message into a stylish brand of fitness and apparel, along with a hard-working media team. This interview was honestly one of the highlights of my week, and we're going to get to it in just a second here. But first, I want to give you all a very quick update on the new Straight Shot Training studio in Frederick, Maryland. All right, so the bathrooms are almost finished, which means that the construction is wrapping up and we have our flooring figured out. So that's the next step here. And we'll hopefully have the rubber flooring and the turf going in at some point, maybe last week of September or first week of October. Now, all of the equipment has already been ordered. So once the flooring has been installed, we'll be able to schedule the delivery and the installment of the racks, the dumbbell racks, the cable machines, all that big stuff. And then we'll move all of the small stuff out of my co-owner Chris's garage into the space and put it all together there. So I'm talking about the rowers, the bikes, the benches, the plyometric boxes, the lockers, all of that. And during all of this, we are getting the phones and the Wi-Fi set up because Straight Shot is a hybrid training facility. Meaning we're still going to be doing virtual sessions, we're still doing remote coaching through our app, and we're still going to be utilizing these online resources. We actually have some cool online resources that we're launching when we open, so that we can further connect with our in-person clients when they aren't in the gym. So once we open up, you'll be seeing us throughout the gym, not just coaching in-person sessions, but also doing a lot of this online stuff behind the scenes back in the office area. Actually, if you aren't driving or working out right now, take a second to go over to our Instagram. The handle is @StraightShotTraining, and go check out the 3D rendering of our space that was done by Carolina Fitness. It's really cool. You'll be able to see most of the stuff that I'm talking about here and get an idea of what kind of training studio that we are creating here. If you want more updates about this space, make sure you follow us on social media using the handle @StraightShotTraining. And go to our website, straightshottraining.com, and join our email club. All right, let's learn about Kill Negativity, Make Advancements with the brand's owner, Kwame Asante. That's awesome. Cool. Well, thanks so much for joining me today. I'm really looking forward to learning more about your brand, Kill Negativity, Make Advances. But first, I thought it would be good if, because I don't really know you that well outside of just us working together in the studio a little bit. But of course, everybody listening, I would like for them to get a little bit more about your history in the fitness space. So when did you become a personal trainer?
So I started learning and shadowing when I was about 17 years old. So I was a senior in high school. It was because I got injured because I played basketball. So I got injured. So I spent a lot of time in the sports medicine room, like doing recovery and stuff. And so for me, as a competitive athlete, it was a setback, of course, right? So I wanted to learn, like, how do I avoid this? Like, what do I do to become like more mobile, stronger? That way I can avoid injuries moving forward. So I always talk to the interns in there, and then, of course, a sports medicine person. And then he gave me a couple books of anatomy books to learn more about the body, learn about exercise movement, things like that. And that's when I really got interested in learning about personal training.
Okay. Because you're 28 now, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I don't want to get too into your brand yet because I want to save that for later, but I can see now why kind of this brand, it definitely came from that point in your life, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Yeah, because there's two ways that people deal with injuries as athletes, and it's the route of like pity, why this happened to me, and there's the other route of like why this happened for me for a reason. How can I learn from it? So it was clear that at 17, that's pretty mature to have the willpower to try to get to the bottom of what you're. So what was your injury, by the way?
So it started with a quad tear.
Okay.
And then that translated later on because I had tried to use the other side of my body just to, avoid. And then that led into a high ankle sprain that took me out for the rest of the year, basically.
Wow.
Yeah.
So then, that sets you down the path of learning how all of these things work together, why it's so important to have muscle balance and symmetry and things like that. So then up until then, what did you think you wanted to do when you got out of high school? Like before that with athletics, is that something that you wanted to pursue?
So my parents, they were always, because they immigrated here from Ghana, Africa.
Okay.
So they were big on, you go to school, either become a doctor, engineer, things like that.
Yeah.
So for me, I liked business. So they told me, okay, yeah, go ahead, do business because, your dad, he was involved in accounting and business. So you can learn from him as well while you're doing it. But I also like training after that point. But They told me they weren't big on training because they were always like, oh, we didn't come to this country for you to become a trainer. You could have did that anywhere. So they let me do it as a side business. Okay. So from 17 on until about, I'll say 2019, I will always have a job and then I would train on the side.
Okay.
Yeah. So for me, I was trying to do something related to business until I was like, you know what? I can intertwine the both because I could also start my own personal training business.
Absolutely.
Branch out, So that was my thing.
I was just talking to somebody the other day about personal training and how important it is to be a business person with it. And me starting out, I loved personal training and I hated the business side of it. And it took me a long time to realize the only way I'm going to be able to help more people is if I can be just as passionate about the business side as I am the fitness side. So I think that's going to be really good for you even going forward. It already has been good for you, is having that business side, that business mindset mixed with the, anatomy, physiology, wanting to help people side of it too. Mm-hmm. So when it comes to training, I know this is a tough question to try to summarize, but how would you kind of define how you train people? Do you kind of take from the things that you learned from like the rehab side and blend that with functional fitness? Because I see a lot of your videos is awesome stuff, but how would you kind of sum up how you train?
So, yeah, just like you said, so definitely start with the rehab side of things because, when people come to trainers like us, they're trying to learn, they have these goals, but they've been doing their own thing for so long that they come with like kinks and like past injuries and stuff like that. So I try to emphasize on like functional training, proper form, recovery, very big on recovery. Because I tell people like recovery plus diet is a little bit more important than the work that you put in the gym.
Yeah.
If you recover the right way, then you're not going to perform the way that you want to get those gains that you want. So I would definitely say my style is functional and athletic approach because of my athletic background.
Okay. And who's your personal training certification through?
ACE.
ACE. Okay. Gotcha. Yeah. And now speaking of recovery, you could put out a lot of stuff on social media about recovery and nutrition and importance of rest. And of course, all of the videos you put out regarding, exercise form, you do a really good job of putting out this consistent content on social media. And you run actually multiple social media accounts around this Kill Negativity, Make Advances or KNMA brand. And by the way, thank you for the repost because you repost a lot of our stuff. You repost a lot of other coaches. So I guess what I was wondering is like, what's kind of the goal behind that KNMA fitness account where you are featuring a lot of different athletes and coaches?
So for me, nobody on this planet is the same, right? So we all have different styles, different approaches to how we work out, how we live. And for me as an individual, I learned at a young age that to relate to all these people is going to take a lot of rapport, but it's also going to take the help of a network. So if you ask like my peers, I'm always big on like networking, exchanging notes. So when I came with this brand, it's actually part of my mission statement, like trying to help improve the community with the help from an extensive network. Therefore, so if I have women clients, I can't relate to a woman as a man 100%.
Yeah.
But if I have my girlfriends that are trainers, they can help me with it, whether they're giving me advice, giving me notes, or I have them talk to my clients about things that I can't talk to them about.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so that's essentially like why I like to involve like my network with my brand, because it's not just an individual thing. Like I need the help from my network, for my brand to help these people, because my big thing is like community growth.
And that kind of goes into a little bit of kill negativity, make advances, because there is, and personal training can be like this dog eat dog atmosphere of like, you got to get all the clients, but any client that you get, you're then taking from somebody else. Mm-hmm. But the kind of the way that I feel like you see things, and similar to the way that our buddy Bruce, who trains in the studio with us, we're running 3 different companies, but we're more than happy to help each other out and throw clients each other's way, because it's kind of the old a rising tide raises all ships thing. The healthier the Frederick community is, or a larger community with us doing online personal training, the more interested people are in fitness, the better all personal trainers in that space are going to do. And if all of us, we all got into this to help people out, and you can only train so many people yourself. So why not like bring your friends up with you on your way up?
Exactly. Everybody, because there's enough people out here for everybody. That's how I see it. Like I don't try to compete with people like with client counts and who's training the most, because after a while, like you're going to take all these people and then you're overwhelmed, and then you're not helping them to that maximum potential that you can help these people.
Exactly. Yeah. It's not about having, a ton of clients, because if you have that many clients, you're not going to be able to show them the one-on-one attention that they actually need in order to get fit. And Danny Farrar, the CEO of Soldier Fit, was talking to me one day about it. And he was telling me, there's 270,000 people in Frederick County. Why would you ever think that you need to fight with someone over a client? Yeah. Like there's so many people, and there's so many people who need training, that it should be us helping each other out with it. So I think the whole, that whole part of your brand, I really, really like. But I guess we need to get a little bit more into what the brand actually is. So where did Kill Negativity, Make Advances come from in the first place?
So the idea started brewing, like I said, back when I was like 17. Okay. And then I actually, when I was at UMD, University of Maryland, College Park, I had tried to create a fitness brand and I'll call it like an entertainment arts kind of brand, right? So obviously I had to rebrand, but some of the same ideas are still involved with this current brand. So when it comes to Kill Negativity, Make Advancements, it's kind of like, I would say it involves everything. So there's fitness involved, there's clothing involved, community events. I want to do like webinars. I want to do Q&As, just things like that. So it's just like, it's a lifestyle brand that I try to cover a lot of different aspects. Wow, because Kill Negativity, Make Advancements can apply to anything.
Absolutely.
So it's very broad, but like I do have like a plan in which I'm trying to showcase every single part of it.
Yeah. Yeah, because I was thinking when I was making some notes here leading up to this, I was thinking, how Kill Negativity, Make Advancements applies to me as a coach, and how it applies to me as an athlete and as a business owner and as a father and as a husband. And it's just like, I love what it means, and it means something. It's one of those things where it's broad yet specific. It's going to mean something different to each person. Each person is going to be dealing with their own thing. But the whole message behind it is no matter what you're dealing with, negativity is not going to help you out.
Yep, not at all.
And whatever progress is to you, negativity is not going to help out. So I really like that. And then everything that you all have behind this brand with the visuals and stuff. I mean, anyone who's not following you needs to go. If they just search KNMA, they'll see your different accounts. But I mean, your videos are great. Your clothing line is awesome. The visuals from both the video and just still pictures. I mean, you guys have a lot of cool stuff. So I can definitely see something brewing with what you're doing here.
Yeah. So I like to this day, like I woke up this morning and I get like random text messages, DMs from like whether it's friends or even strangers. Like I got a DM this morning from someone back home in Ghana. He was looking over my pages. He's following my pages and he just hit me up. He said, well, brother, blessings. I see what you're doing. Like I'm wishing you the best of luck. Like I see a lot of growth in what you're doing. Keep striving. You know, and then I had another friend text me today. She had just got a new job and she was like, and she had been trying to find like a stable job for a while. And she's like, Kwame, if it wasn't for your brand and your postings and your quotes here and there, like I would have been just stuck in this rut, but I just kept grinding it out. And now I got this great job and now my life is about to change. So I thank you for that. So like, yeah, I'm just trying to inspire, trying to motivate, you know, because the time that you can spend around moping about a situation, you could be figuring out a way to progress.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah, that's awesome. That's so cool. And especially since it's not just like blind positivity, because it's not possible to be happy all the time. And I'm a pretty happy person. I'm very rarely in a bad mood, but it's not about being happy all the time. It's about the first line of that is killing negativity. When you do start down those roads, what are you doing to make those advancements out of it? And I think a big part that you're talking about with the community is also huge. Because people need to realize, and this is, we deal with this as coaches, that you're not in it alone, that you do have people there, or you need to surround yourself with people who can help you out with that. So who are the people that you've surrounded with who have helped you with this? Because, I mean, are you doing all the video and the pictures and stuff like that? I mean, I can't all be you.
No, it's not all me.
Yes. So, and I know you have a crew, so I wanted to give you a chance to shout them out. So who's the crew that you have around you that is helping you put out this awesome stuff?
So right now, so as far as my videos, I have 2 videographers right now. Okay. One of them I grew up with, we're childhood friends. He's helping me with my lookbook series. So it's more so like the story side, but it still has like the visuals involved. His name is Ricky. Papa J Photos on Instagram. He does great work. And then the other guy who helps me with more so like the promo, commercial looking, transitions, all that cool effects. His name is David Visuals. I actually met him through a mutual friend. Okay. And we've been cooking up some new stuff upcoming. So they help me with like my visionary stuff, but I write the majority of the treatments. Okay. Or let me explain treatment. So treatment like the video, like what's going to happen in the video, essentially, like the script of the video. Yeah. And then they also put their pieces into it to help me with the visuals, because, obviously they're behind the camera, so they know what works, what doesn't work. Yeah. So they help bring my vision to life. And then I have a couple peers that help me with like casting and stuff. So
got it. I was going to say, because you always have models for your clothing line, which we'll talk about here in a second. And you've got a good demographic, different types of people. It's really cool, this blend that you have of athleticism plus style, and it's one of those things that in a podcast doesn't come through. People need to go watch your videos. Yeah, and they'll know what we're talking about. It's cool. It's got a really stylish look to it. So that kind of leads us now into your clothing line. And you just launched your online store, which we'll get into in a second. But how did you get started with like the graphic design, the clothing design, creating this now lifestyle brand that is going into the fitness brand that you created?
So that started from childhood too. Because growing up, I used to get a lot of hand-me-downs from my older cousins. So it forced me to get creative with the stuff they would give me. Because, they'll give me some fitness attire that was like worn down. So I'll start to like cut the sleeves, do little designs, put beads in. And I mean, my mother, my older sister are both like seamstresses. Like my mom does on the side, but my sister does it full time.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. So growing up, I got to watch them like design stuff all the time. So I guess that's where like it first got implanted into my head. But as far as it with the combination of the brand, I wanted the brand to be like a visual statement. So whether I'm talking on podcasts, on interviews, on social media, websites, I wanted people to like, even if I'm not talking to you, if I'm in like the same setting as you, I wanted you to like to hear me, even if I'm not speaking to you. So like, for example, my Focus shirt, You know, if I'm in the gym, I'm probably wearing my Focus shirt. And if
Yeah.
you're like messing around and you just happen to look at me and you see my shirt that's Focus, then it's going to hit you like, oh, let me get back to my set. Let me get back to what I'm doing. But I didn't even talk to you. You see what I'm saying? That's the impact.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I was wondering, because I love the shirt. The shirt's great. And I was wondering the story behind it. So that's literally, so it's you speaking through the clothing and the style of the clothing.
Mm-hmm.
So the online store just launched. What's the website for that?
KNMAbrand.com.
KNMAbrand.com. Okay. And I actually bought a pair of shorts from you. And while I was checking out your inventory here in the studio, this is really nice stuff. It's not like you're buying like a box of t-shirts off, some site and getting your stuff printed on it. Like you actually did a lot of research into finding the right materials for your products, which makes sense now with you telling me the story about your mom and your sister. So can you give us a little bit about like what research goes into, you choosing the right materials for your products that you're putting out?
Yeah. So a lot of the clothing material was influenced by my athletic background. So there were certain clothes that I would wear if I went to certain showcases or certain camps that either the material wasn't good for me, or like I would hear my friends or my peers complain about it. So like a big influence when it comes to these choices for me is the feel, the fit, and like the performance part of it. So like if people look at my Instagram, they see I got like a lot of stuff with Under Armour on my page, and that was definitely the Maryland influence. But I was always a fan of like their like quick dry stuff. Nike has some quick dry stuff as well. When it comes to like t-shirt materials, I like tri-blend stuff, soft materials that also help with absorbing sweat, because I sweat a lot.
Oh, so, yeah, me too.
So when you're in the gym, you sweat a lot. Like, I feel like people like that kind of stuff. So like it locks it in. You're not all over the place with your sweat. As far as materials, I want people to be comfortable in the clothes that they're wearing, because you can either wear it in the gym or like it's a mixture of streetwear and athleisure wear. So you can wear it when you're outside, you're going to the airport, you're hanging out with friends. So I try to make sure, like I test out all my materials before I put them out, put them in different situations just to make sure like it suffices in that setting. And then I put that final product out.
So what about the women's line of clothing? Because the stuff that you have there, I mean, it's very much the style right now. But it's also that same, you're going to wear it in the gym, you're going to sweat in it. It's going to be, obviously functional, but at the same time, very stylish. So did you have like someone helping you with the fit and things like that with the women's clothing, or how'd you do that?
Yeah. So when it came to the women's side, one of my best friends, her name is Summer, she helped me a lot when it came to that side. So like a lot of the stuff that I put out were unisex, because the idea for me was that because I have sisters, and sisters like to take their brother's clothes.
Yeah.
So that's why a lot of stuff I had was unisex, but I did want something like just for the women. And that's where my friend Summer came into play. And she was like, well, girls like sets, whether you match them or you change up the colors, mix and match, like they like them, they're comfortable, and you can wear them anywhere. So I was like, okay, so we like spent months like researching different materials, different sets, different styles, to the point where we finally like settled on one collection, on one manufacturer, I should say. And then, I mean, everything tested out, whether she was working out, she was going grocery shopping with it, she was traveling, like it anywhere she went, somebody said something about the set that she was wearing. So yeah, I gave a lot of praise to her because she did
awesome
legwork on it.
That's cool. And it's cool too that, everything you do bring everything back to like your mission statement and the brand itself, kill negativity, make advancements it's in all aspects of life. So I like that you took the time to actually think about, how can this stuff be used in the gym, but also how can people wear it out to, Wegmans, because it's, that brand goes far beyond the gym. And this is the reason why I'm so bullish on people getting in the gym and training, because you learn lessons in here under a bar that will transfer to everything that you do outside the gym.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's super important for people to understand this is so much more than just building muscles. This is building a mindset of just strength inside and out. So now, to wrap up here, what's your dream with all of this, with your training, your clothing line, your brand as a whole? Are you trying to open up a a gym? Or are you trying to launch like a worldwide brand? Kind of what's your big dream with this?
My big dream with this, I would say, I mean, it changes all the time, but I would say,
Yeah.
like a world. I like the worldwide look of it.
Okay.
Because like I said, I'll definitely strive to inspire people around me, definitely their peers as well, and so on and so forth, like word of mouth, word to the masses. But ultimately, like, because it goes back to, again, my childhood. Growing up, I was getting hand-me-downs until I started working to get my own clothes. And then even after my hand-me-downs, like I would pass them on to my cousins back home in Ghana. So for me, like as much as I want to inspire people around here in my country to do stuff, I definitely want to help my family back home and
That's
their
awesome.
people back home as well. So whether it's sending them stuff, definitely trying to build a gym here, trying to build one there, storefront here, storefront there. Like anything I do, try to take it back home,
That's awesome.
My big thing.
Cool. So KNMA, anywhere on social media, if they just search those 4 letters, they'll see a fitness account, they'll see your account, they'll see the brand account. And there's a new one you just launched. What's the new one?
So KNMA Entertainment.
Entertainment.
So
got it.
Yeah.
So just
the media, the arts.
That's awesome.
That side of it. Yeah.
So just do what I did. Just follow all of them so that you can get the full gambit of what you're putting out. But dude, thanks so much for sitting down. I'm really excited to see, where this goes. Excited to buy some more shorts from you because they're awesome. But I wish you best of luck with this, and anyone who's listening, this kill negativity, make advancements mindset is absolutely on par with everything that we talk about with the podcast. So if you can get behind Kwame and support him with that would be awesome.
Yep. Thank you, man.
Thank you so much for listening today. I really appreciate it. Hey, something that would really help us out here at Straight Shot is if you could please leave us a rating on Google. A review on Google just takes a couple of minutes, and honestly, it helps us out more than you think when it comes to reaching out to people who are looking to build strength and confidence and don't know where to even start, so they just Google personal training. Now, if you've ever trained with us in the past, or if you're currently training with us, if you could take a second to Google Straight Shot Training and leave us a review so other people can experience training with us, we would be eternally grateful to you for doing that. So thank you in advance for helping us out. Thanks again for listening, and have a great week, everybody.